Alright, so guys, I'm back with another Stranger Things discussion video, and today I'm going to be talking about Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1, and there are some spoilers ahead, just so you guys know, so if you guys don't want to be spoiled, or don't want to know anything about the first two episodes, skip off this, do not go on this video. Even the thumbnail could give it away, but, anyways, let's just get right to it. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe before we start. And let's go. So basically, there's some things on Twitter. Don't go on Twitter also, by the way, if you don't want to get spoiled. But if you go to Stranger Things Spoilers Twitter account, they said a couple of new possible scoops on Stranger Things 5, according to fans who watched the first episode, were leaked. So these are probably people who went to the premiere, and I'm not sure if it was then or there was also another event afterwards, but there are some spoilers here. So the first one we have here is Holly Wheeler is not okay in episode 1. She's talking to nothing, quote unquote. Her teacher is worried, and Karen and Ted argue while she cries. So I think this is about the one set image where it was Victor Creel, but it wasn't actually him. It was him in a suit and a what looked like to be a hat. He looked like basically a detective, and we also saw Holly Wheeler next to him. So everyone was saying who the hell is that? Why is he with her? And how does she not know he's Vecna, or what's going on here? So I feel like he's kind of manipulating Holly to think that he's actually an imaginary friend or something, because he's actually not there, and we know Vecna can manipulate minds like he did to his family, and you know what happened to them afterwards. So I'm not sure why Vecna's doing this to Holly Wheeler. This is kind of weird, because first he targeted Will in the Upside Down when he first entered, and there was the Demogorgon didn't even get him. It was more of a planned attack from Vecna, because we saw Vecna in the middle of the road. That was definitely not a Demogorgon, because then the quote-unquote Demogorgon opened the door with telekinesis, and then that's kind of how it went from there. So it kind of did not make any sense. It would be a Demogorgon. So now we know it's Vecna that did that, but why is he kidnapping Holly Wheeler? We don't really know yet, but I guess we'll see. Maybe it's a distraction from the group, maybe to get them to find Holly. And that's pretty much it from that first part. But that's pretty interesting though, and it also clears up a little more. And second point we have here is Ted Wheeler gets wrecked by a Demogorgon. I mean, we kind of already knew this, because the Demogorgon is going to attack the house, obviously. After checking out noises in the house, he smacks it with a golf club. It launches him across the room, and he ends up seriously injured. So apparently he got Ted Wheeler bought a golf club in the Target ad, and I don't know if that was supposed to foreshadow it. I don't know, but I mean, we kind of knew that the Demogorgon was attacking the house. So we knew everyone in that house was honestly in danger, especially Holly, because the vanishing of was an episode, and we don't have the name, but it's obviously Holly. And so the next part we have here is the mileven rooftop scene. So basically Mike and Levin, and so then Mike talks about their happy ever after once Vecna is defeated, comparing it to endings in his games. Pretty scenery and 3 waterfalls. So I mean, I don't know, they're just kind of discussing, I guess. And at the start of episode 2, Nancy and Eleven find Karen bleeding on the floor. The Demogorgon drags Holly into the Upside Down. Eleven follows and gets trapped in the Upside Down. So this kind of clears up more of what we saw earlier in the trailer. We saw Nancy washing her hand with blood. I think Karen is kind of over here, unless she actually survives. I kind of doubt she would, because she was always a side character anyways. I mean, it makes sense just to kill one of the moms. Dustin's mom, we're not gonna see her again, because apparently she's not gonna be in this season. And Karen was kind of side character. Ted was also a side character. It would be sad for the main characters, but it doesn't really have that much of an impact yet, at least, because it's not a main character. But if she survives, we'll see, I guess. But most likely she was gone. We all kind of knew she was gone. Alright, Dustin goes MIA during the crawl mission before he gets jumped 4v1 by the Jocks at Eddie's grave. Jonathan fills in for him. So, the Jocks means basically the bullies from season 4. We know that Jason and his girlfriend both died, because we saw Jason literally get corrupted or whatever from the Upside Down. He was above the portal when it was opening, or the mother gate, and he just split in 2. So obviously he's gone. So I don't know why they're still attacking Dustin at this point. And I'm honestly kind of pissed I'm actually kind of pissed off. I mean, because, like, bro, leave Dustin alone. What the hell did he do? All right, next up, we got Steve and Jonathan low-key compete for Nancy in episode 1. That is kind of crazy. By trying to fix the radio tower first after the station connection gets messed up. I don't know. I feel like Steve has more of a chance here, bro. Like, come on. I honestly was never, like, a fan of Jonathan and Nancy together. Like, they're always, like, I don't know. And since, like, Jonathan was also kind of weird from the beginning, too. Like, bro, was taking pictures of Nancy with Steve there, too. So, I don't even know, man. Anyways, next up, we got Will drops a soda at the hospital, freaks out, and sprints off because he sees Robin and Vicky kissing. Robin sees him and reacts with shit confusing Vicky. And we got something after that. Will passes out during the crawl mission because he's overwhelmed seeing the POV of the Demogorgon attacking the Wheeler house. So we know Will is connected to the hive mind. We knew this was probably going to happen. We saw scenes of, like, a camera passing through the tunnel, and I was kind of confused by that, but I think now it makes more sense. It's actually the Demogorgon. I don't know how this is gonna work. Why is Will seeing the POV of the Demogorgon? Because he didn't really see the POV of them before. He kind of just felt the pain from them. Maybe he has more of a connection now, because maybe Vecna's like using him more now. I'm not sure. Maybe Vecna used him to revive himself, and yeah, honestly, that seems scary right there. And we got one more point here. The recap of the past is in a montage. Robin does a voiceover while live on air at WSQK. That's like the radio station. Steve in the background explaining the town's weird updates. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, though. Apparently, people, like, told insider information to, like, main Twitter leaker accounts, but I'm honestly really excited. We kind of already knew most of the stuff was gonna happen, and then also 11 got stuck in the upside down, and then Holly got kidnapped. I don't know why Holly's getting kidnapped again, but yeah, I guess we'll see. But I mean, we knew she was gonna obviously get abducted by Vecna or whatever, a Demogorgon, because it said actually a Demogorgon dragged her out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe for more Stranger Things content, and if there's any more information, I'll let you guys know. But thank you for watching. I'm actually excited, and stay tuned for my content on Stranger Things. Peace out.